Good morning. This is called God, Why Bother Praying When I Am Old and Wise? A message for Christians, atheists, and universal Unitarians. This is written by the palsy philosopher. God, is prayer just a waste of my time and thought? God, who knows everything, and God who has no need to think. You know when my last day on earth will be in my last breath. You know the exact time when I will die. Am I just living out my destiny? Some people say we will die, a lot of us, because of the pandemic, the COVID-19 virus. God, are you in charge? And why are you causing this to happen? Loving God, why don't you put a stop to all this? Why do you not help us stop our suffering? Christians, earth is not heaven. It was never meant to be. Not everybody was meant to believe in God. If they did, then this would be so-called heaven. Atheists do have a right not to believe in God. They do have a right not to believe that God does not exist. Should an atheist be loved, accepted, or hated? To judge and condemn them is not what God wants. God wants us to love all people and not play God, and God knows why people do not believe in Him. Therefore, God should do the judging. Universal Unitarians are big on love and justice. Some believe in God and others do not. That's what attracted me to them. But if you embrace God too much or use too much God talk, then they can become leery of you. What is justice? Is justice just another dream? Just like people say that God is a dream? I learned 52 years ago that justice is often compromise and forgiveness. I fell down a bunch of stairs and I dislocated my right hip. Rumors were flying that I was pushed, and it was no accident. My friends who smoked, and people called them hoodlums, wanted to beat this kid up. And I said, no way, it was an accident. Even if it was not an accident, I did not want any violence to happen. Sometimes in life, shit just happens, and you have to be forgiving and just compromise and move on from within. You just come to peace with something and you move on. My sister Sue fell down less stairs 4 years ago and ended up a quadriplegic. She passed away last September because of complications from it. Universal Unitarians, in theory, justice is great, but often it comes down to money and to politics. This is why it's true that God does exist and God does not exist in this life. Some Christians in my life and my family choose not to talk to me anymore because of my writings and my videos. Some feel that I've gone too far. Some atheists in my family, if I would start talking to them about God, they would just say, shut up, I don't want to talk about that. It's bullshit, it's big business, it's money, it's politics. I have told some people in my family about the Universal Unitarians the last 15 years, and some think it's silly for atheists to be part of a church, and I really don't believe they're really true atheists. But that all comes down to interpretations. I can make Christians or Universal Unitarians or atheists, I can drive them up the wall without really trying, just by being myself because I'm so reflective. Prayer often helps people feel better about themselves and often gives them hope, and it often gives them fellowship and unity. Prayer often helps people feel connected to one another in our universe. I think a lot of people, such as Unitarians or any church, go to church and they pray, a lot of times not because they believe in God, but often because they believe in fellowship and want to try to love and be with one another in this life. We live in crazy times. We're all asking questions. And well, it's a hard time right now, but we have to try to strive each day to be the best we can and go forward. Thanks for watching my video. Have a good day.